How's everybody doing tonight? I just got this on before midnight, huh? Okay. Well, it's Sunday. A little bit of a rest day. What are we up to? Day 26? Oh, I didn't turn the scoreboard on yet. Anyway, it looks kind of like a pinball machine, doesn't it? We had it plugged in yesterday, and it even was like lighting up. But we're not officially done. And as I say, I need a second. I gotta check. Okay, thankfully the microphone's working. Sorry about the noisy chair. Scoreboard is going to be there in a second. I need the scoreboard so I know what day we're up to in the instruction manual. All right, day 26. Scoreboard on. Let's see there. All right, page 49. Why am I seeing page 53? It said, was I not turning the pages? Sorry, why is my chair so loud today? I gotta get a new chair. Or I gotta spray this one with WD-40 or something. I see page 53 here. Were we just like scanning ahead? What is going on? Yeah, wow. Yeah, we need to build. Oh, you don't see this yet. Okay. We need to build some significant structures here. So even though we had the pool table, the pinball machine plugged in yesterday and it was working, we got more ramps to build. I don't know how long that's going to take. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's like little, I don't know, ostriches or birds or flamingos. I don't know what those are. There's a little guardrail. Yeah, we got a lot to do. What is this thing? Oh, it's an elephant. There's going to be some elephant in this thing. All right. Okay. What is going on here? Yeah. There's apparently we've got a lot to go. It's not going to be finished tonight when you consider we're coming on an hour late. But I was watching a movie. We canceled like streaming to help pay for my son's college. So all we have now is like the free streaming. So we were watching on Plex this movie Nerve. I just launched it randomly. I don't know what made me even pick it. And it turned out it was like on Staten Island. Like I live on Staten Island and this movie was on Staten Island. And the final scene was in the Fort Wadsworth Bridge. And it was like the protagonists were down on the grass. And then in the arches of the old fort were a bunch of, I guess, teenagers, basically young people. And it was lit up by the glow of all their phones. It looked really cool. I was kind of feeling like, wow, I've been to Fort Wadsworth, plenty, and I never saw that in my head to go there at night and fill up the arches with kids screaming and holding their phones. And I just thought it was brilliant. The movie wasn't that amazing. In fact, I'm thinking whoever did this movie was fans of Impractical Jokers, because one of the challenges was walking across a ladder laying parallel to the ground, going from one building to another. And on one of the Impractical Jokers, they did that, like on an anniversary episode, they did exactly that challenge. And people were going across like crawling and they failed. And then Q, who's a firefighter, went across walking and he passed it. And that's exactly what happened in the movie. One girl goes across crawling and she fails. And then the other girl goes across the ladder just walking across it and she passes. So, all right. I think, is this page 49? Yeah. It was called Nerve, this movie. I mean, it wasn't bad. It really, it was nothing like a Marvel movie, but it was better than a lot of those movies that you do get on those free streaming. All right, so K7, I think, is just the tool. I'm just getting into page 49 here. So, yeah, what did I do with K7? I think it's here in this bag. Yeah, that's K7 right there. So I don't think we really need that, and we don't need to count it. There's something I do want to count, though. Someone made a good, I think it was, who made this comment? I think it was Waylon Allgood on yesterday's show. He saw this drawer opening, and I was thinking the ball, when it went in here, would go to that drawer, but it doesn't. It just stays in there, and you like tilt it sideways to get a ball to go over here and shoot it. So this just holds them. So it looks like it has spot to hold 6 balls. That's exactly how many are in the bag. So I guess 1 is at play and 6 are in storage. So let's do exactly that. We're going to count all of the balls right now just so we get that over with. We'll put 6 in storage. We'll put 1 ready to be shot. And we're going to count it. So the counter is going to go from 742 to 749. And I'm going to put those balls in there. So yeah, the concept of this movie Nerve was... it's actually a concept that I'd heard of in conspiracy theories as being true, but I don't know if it really is. It was basically an online... They were claiming it was like dark web in the movie, but it was like... It was a cell phone app, and people were either watchers or players. And the players would have to do dares for money, and if they failed or bailed on a dare, basically they didn't complete a dare, they were out of the game. And then the finalists were the ones in Fort Wadsworth at the end. And then there were watchers. It wasn't clear where the money was coming from, but maybe like ads for the people watching or whatever. And there was one scene where they were showing a bunch of people being eliminated from the contest. And those were like real YouTubers and real Twitch streamers and stuff like that, like being eliminated. And the dares actually weren't that... Oh, there was Franco. Do you know who Franco is? Like James Franco, I think is his name. So anyway, his brother Dave Franco was one of the stars of this movie. And I think her name was Juliette Lewis. She was in Natural Born Killers with Woody Harrelson, and she was the mother of the like main person. I won't spoil the whole movie, but basically it was like a dare contest. Like the first dare was very small, like moon your high school, and then the top dare... I mean, I'll just see the movie. Top dare was the Fort Wadsworth thing that we were talking about a minute ago. There wasn't really much to this movie. It was exactly what you would expect from the trailer. Just a bunch of dares and how they play out, and ultimately to the climax. It was pretty cool. Anyway, it's the reason I'm late. I was watching a movie. So we need pieces now. L1, L2 times 2, L7 times 2, and L9 times 2. So that's 7 pieces. So this is going to go from 749 to 756. All right, and we need those. We need the L board. Oh, that's the wrong camera. All right. L. All right. That's G. This is K. How is this also G? Oh, the first one was H. I don't know why I said it was G. This one's G. F is 2 below. This one is J. Are we looking for J? No, we're looking for L. There's F. All right. Oh, this is something. Wait till you see L. Here's the L board. This huge piece is L1. I mean, it only can go on the bottom of the of this pinball machine. That's the only place this can go. And so I guess that's where it's gonna go. Let's get that piece out of there. Wow. Can't find a camera to get this board on camera. Wow. I also can't get this piece out without breaking it. So let me start taking some other pieces out first. So there'll be less risk of an unintended breaking of one of these smaller pieces while I'm trying to get out that huge piece. So there's the two L2s. Well, there's one of them. There's the second one. These are all going to need to be sanded as well. And we need two L7s. This L board is like not letting go of the pieces. That's why if you look at them, they're all going to need to be sanded because they all have multiple splinters. Just not helping, but that's the situation. All right, there's the two L7s. The L9, are there 4 L9s here? Looks like it, right? These pieces along the bottom are L9s. They seem to be in like yin and yang kind of formations here. So we got to get them out, and then we got to get them separated from each other. All right. They're out. How do we separate them? Like chopsticks? That worked. Use the chopstick method to separate the L9s, which is pound them on the table and pull them apart. I accept no responsibility if you break your L9s doing that. All right, but it worked for me. So here's L1, the huge piece here. Let's see if we can get that out. All right. Okay, well, there it is. There's L1. All right. Now it's time to... Oh, no, it's not yet. We need to sand these pieces still. Not time for anything yet. Probably should have turned on the pinball table at the beginning and showed it. But you can watch last night's episode and you'll see it, the pinball being played. And I'm going to... yeah, I'm probably not going to play it again until it's complete. So watch the last like 5-10 minutes of last night's episode if you want to see the pinball machine being played. And then I'll play it again whenever I finish it, which could be tomorrow, could be the next day. All right. Well, what do they want us to do here? I don't like this instruction book, how it's so like thin. Why can't they like thicken that ink up a little bit? It's like tough to see what's going on here. All right. I think it's the L1. It's just that one piece, right? Okay, yeah, we put the L1 in first. And then the L2s, L7s, and L9s are all just supporting pieces. So the L1 goes in first. Suggest to press with tool K7. All right, let's grab tool K7. You know, that'll come in handy, I guess. This is really the only camera we can use until we get, you know, it's the only thing that the pinball machine will fit. The only camera that'll fit the pinball machine. So, because it's tall, it's wide, it's long, it's like, it's a beast. All right, here's the tool. Okay, so L1. L1 is going to go, there's 2 pins on the bottom and 2 slots on the top. So I think we got to slide into those top slits first, and then we have to pop the pins on. And there's 3 like holes here. I feel like there should be screws going in there, but they don't tell us to do any screws. They also don't say which side. This side has some like knots and deformations, and not deformations, like discolorations. And this technically has the ink, although all the ink does is say L1. But we're going to go with that. Let's do ink side out as our general rule. I think it makes sense. So this these two tabs are going to slide into 2 slots. And then these 2 slots are going to slide onto 2 pins, which should already be on the other side. So we're going to flip this thing up, and we're going to try to get that on. All right, so there's the slots, and there's the pins. They're not the world's greatest pins. Hopefully they're strong enough to get the job done. So it's a good thing that we tested all the lights and sounds and everything yesterday, because as you can see, here's all the wiring. And once we put this, piece on, we're not going to be able to get to the wiring. So it actually was good that we were testing out last night's episode. Should we test it again to make sure it's working today? I'm not going to bother. I think it was working yesterday. It should be working today, but if some wire did come out and I have to take it apart, I'll do that. I guess the wise thing would be to test it now. Wow, that went in way too easy. By the way, there's 2 slots there with 2 that go through 2 pieces of wood. So something's definitely going to go through there. I'm sorry. I see that your vision of that is blocked. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Amazing how much space that scoreboard takes up. So right here, there's slots, and they go 2 deep. It looks like this wood has to maybe move to the left a little bit, but I don't think it can move that much. It's on pins at the bottom. All right, that helped. One of the pins wasn't all the way on. And then there's a little space here, and it's not the same there. So it definitely does need to go to the left. I'm not sure how. We're just going to shove the pins in, and that's going to probably, these are the pins. I mean, they look like it. They should be. Let's check the instructions here. All right, so the L2s go up here, which that seems kind of unrelated. But the L7s go in here. That's highly related. And then the L9s, see these slots here? 1, 2, 3, 4. They go in there. And I assume that they're going to hold this in. So I'm feeling like I want to put those L9s in first. Is it the same distance at both ends? I think it is. I'll tell you a quick way to check. We're going to overlay this one, the second copy, same size, and then we're going to flip it over. All right, we've just confirmed that it's the same length, so you can't mess this up. I'm going to do them inside out. That's kind of my thing, but feel free to do whatever you want. I'm going to slide this in, and it's going to provide some support for that piece of wood that's behind it. Something's not right here. I can get it all the way in at the bottom, but not at the top. See, it was a little off. All right, now we should be able to get it in. Has anyone heard that Rich Men North of Richmond song? I don't have like iTunes or Spotify or anything like that, but I just hear about it, and I saw the song on Twitter. It's probably also on YouTube. I guess you're supposed to go to iTunes or Spotify, though, so the person gets paid. It's just like a regular person in, I guess, Virginia. And he just made a song, and it's a hit, and people like it. They call it like a protest song, but I think it sounds good. But I'm not really sure what it would be protesting. It's called Rich Men North of Richmond, so I guess it's kind of the same complaint. Like there has to be something. I don't know. You don't want to seem like a sore loser, but there's something about the economy lately that's different. Like, Like, I think that it used to be like, if you were poor, maybe you were in like a barracks type of situation, like a shelter. And now if you're poor, you're in the street. And if you were like working, you had a home. And now if you're working, maybe you have a home, maybe you have an apartment. But the rich people used to have like the biggest home in the town, and now they can like buy entire towns. So somehow something is like off. Like the difference between like success and like some success and a lot of success, it's like further than it used to be. Like they're even talking about, it's almost like, again, almost like a conspiracy with that Maui. People are saying they want to invest, like some of the top tech people want to turn it into a smart city. Well, and then it makes you think like, I don't know. You're moving on that, like it just burned. They're still looking for bodies, and you guys are talking about making it a smart city. There's definitely something different. The disparity, it's not just the disparity, it's like the complete what's the word? Disconnect. It's like the complete disconnect between regular people and the super rich currently. This side is not going underneath. So I'm contemplating cutting this piece of wood because I don't know that I can get it underneath. But I'm going to try. Got to think about how I'm even going to try. I think I got to get... that's not going to work. Maybe I need to put these pins in first, and maybe that's going to push it back a little bit. Let's try that. It's in, but I still can't get this side in. Like, what's going on? I don't want to break it. Yeah, I don't see how that's ever going to go in. It's on this side. The bottom pin is over. The second pin is over. The top one is a mile away. So this side is all on. Is there something in there that's in the way? I'm gonna rewind the live video to before when I put that on and see if there's something there that's gonna give us a clue as to why that back isn't going on. All right, let's see. Well, yes, there's wires on top there. But I think there's a distance before those wires. I don't think they would cause this issue. Yeah, there's a distance. All right, I think we can push in on that back panel, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. I guess we'll find out. Maybe after we put this on, we should plug it in again. I don't want to squash that wire, but I think there was distance there. I don't think it was really, truly a problem. All right. I'm going to push the wood in. Maybe we're going to break it, but we're going to push it in. What is stopping it? It's in. Well, we got it in. And now it's like so far at the bottom. It's like there's like so much space at the bottom. You could fit this whole piece in there. So this top really was tight for some reason. I'm not sure what reason. It's like the toughest piece is the whole puzzle. Like, we haven't had these problems. Why? What's going on here? Well, I should have sanded those pieces more, I guess. All right, we didn't put this pin in yet. The second pin. And then there's also the top pieces, which we probably should have checked that those don't obstruct any of the others before we went crazy. But I don't think they do. I think we're fine. I think these are just supports for this piece, the piece with the speakers. The same way this supports the bottom, this supports the part with the speakers. There's also 3 screw holes. Looks like they're not going to deal with that. They probably changed their minds and thought, well, there's a lot of wood support here. We don't need it. Plus, if you want to take it apart, those are going to be a problem. So, well, here's a problem. I don't see... Oh my goodness. What did I just bust? I think it was just a marble rolling around. All right, on this side I see 3 slots. On this side I don't. They're again deeply in there. Well, maybe it's going to be better for getting the marbles to roll into place, putting this in there, because it's going to like tighten it up. Because when I was playing it yesterday, the marbles were like, I would have to tilt the whole table to get the marbles out. So maybe when we put these pins in, the marbles are going to come out like easier. So on this side, you can't even see the slots. They're there, but they're like deep under. And I feel like if I try to force them in, I'm going to break stuff. So I don't think I'm going to force them in. Yeah, they're there. According to the instructions, they're there, but something on this side is just pushing everything out. You saw we had problems here. We're going to have problems here. At the same time, this is exactly where we shoot the ball. So if we don't get it in there... What happened to that ball? Is that in there? Is that what's giving us the problem? Did we like jam the ball inside of there? Because that's going to cause problems. Although I guess we could undo it and get it off. Yeah, we put a marble in there at the beginning. And I don't know where that marble is now. It could be what's giving us issues right now with this piece of wood. Where is that marble? It's suddenly like a big deal. Okay, there it is. There it is. All right, that's not the source of our problems. I got the marble. All right, that was maybe a silly fear. Okay. Now, what is stopping this from going in? And do we want to force it in? Because we're probably going to break it if we force it in. And I don't know what we're going to get out of forcing it in. Let's get one side in. And then decide. And we're probably going to decide. Get one side in and then get the other side in. This thing really won't move. There's like something in there. I hate to leave this piece out, especially when it could have to do with the marbles loading up. But I also don't see how we're going to get it in there. Is it those light strips? Did they get jammed in there somewhere? I think I'm not going to worry about that piece for now. Which is, I feel like I need to at least get it halfway in because it was part of the instructions. But, I don't know. All right, I got it. All right, It's halfway in. Maybe we'll come back and get it full way in later, but at least now it's somewhat in. Yeah, seems like it's working. All right. Was that the entire... Oh, there was some instructions. Assemble carefully, push into groove. Okay, we did that. All right, so that was page 49. So now we're up to page 50. What's on page 50? C21 times 2, F23 times 2, J9 times 2, and P24 times 2. So 8 pieces. So we're up to 764 pieces. All right, C21 times 2. That's C27. All right, where's C21? C36, C18. C21 is this small piece here. So let's grab 2 of those. Okay. And now we need F23, J9, and we need 2 P24s, which are in bag 3. Is bag 3 here? Where's bag 3? I feel like it's one of these bags over here. It is bag 3, P24. Is it these buttons? All right. Yeah, it is. P24. It's even called a button. P24 button times 2. Oh, great. So the flippers here are not going to be just sticks. They're soon going to get buttons. I mean, they're working as sticks. Oh, now the scoreboard's in the way here. I don't know where to put this freaking scoreboard so it's not in the way. All right, how about over here? Let's try it there. All right, so you can see these flippers here. They're going to get buttons. These are the P24s, these 2 buttons. All right, we still need F23 and J9. Both of them are at times 2. I'm going to put these up here just because they'll be more visible there. All right, P and J. J9. These circles right here are J9. J9. 2 of those. Again, these pieces are going to need to be sanded. F23. I got this upside down. Well, I had it backwards, and then I had it upside down. All right, now I got it frontwards and right side up, and we're looking for F23. There's so many pieces on the F sheet. There's it says 23 here, and it points to something that's gone, but it also says F23 here. So they want 2 of these. It's just a pin. I think we actually have the F23s because I think we took 4 last time. I think we still have 2 of them here. Oh my goodness, I saw them. I saw them in this bag. Where'd they go? That's it right there. F23 times 2. pretty sure that's F23. And now it's times 2. Still need to sand. Look at the huge splinters on that piece. Is this the top of page 50 or is this the entire page 50? It's just the top of page 50. All right. C21s go on first. C21s go here, where the light string is. So there's a light string in there, and the C21 goes above it. The problem is, is it going to pin the light string? Because I would like it to. Because I would like the light string to get pinned back somehow. Hopefully that does that. This piece does that. If it doesn't, I'll pin them back with tape. I'll tell you, it's going to be difficult to get in there with these C21s. They're like, the space that I need to get into is crowded. I don't really fit in there. My fingers don't fit in there. There's a lot of stuff already built. I think they should have done this sooner, maybe. No, they couldn't, because we're pinning the light string to the side wall. And the light string is on the base, and the side wall is a different piece. It needs to be attached before you do this C21. So that's the issue. All right, I had one side in, and then the other side, I guess I didn't push correctly, and as a result, it broke my screen on my... I don't know what just happened here. All right, I'm still live, but the screen on my YOLO box just went blank. I think maybe there's a button underneath that does that. I don't know what's going on. Wow. It's still streaming somehow. But the YOLO box completely blank. Well, if it stops streaming, then I'll see it tomorrow. It's amazing. Does it still work? Like, can I... Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's still streaming even though the YOLO box screen is blank. Little do they know I have... I'm not even using the YOLO box at the moment. I think I can do everything I need without it. I can't move the scoreboard anymore, but I can do most of what I need without touching the YOLO box. So, because I have a couple of... the way I manage the camera inputs, basically I don't even need to touch that YOLO box at this moment. Oh my goodness, I'm losing this piece. It's going to go inside the guts. Alright, let's pick this up. Let's get this out. We need the needle nose pliers before this piece is completely gone. Alright, I'm going in. Got it. Alright. It's really tough to get this piece on again because I can't get in there and see what I'm doing. I can't. Well, I guess I have to. So again, I can't talk while I go under there, but I have to. I don't know how else to do it. I'll be back in a minute. Trying to get this C21 piece in. thought I had it. And now I lost it. Had it, but I lost it. I wonder if I flip this thing up on its back, if that'll be easier. I'm going to try moving this thing. Like, is there anything on the back here? There's not. I could flip this thing on its back. I don't know if that's going to, like, what that's going to do to everything else. Well, I had those 2 buttons in there. So obviously that didn't go well. Those buttons now fell, I don't know, here and here. I'll grab those 2 out of there. I don't know if this is even like better or worse, but I just feel like the gravity is better this way. So I was working on that side. I'm going to switch to this side. See if that goes any better. I just can't get it started. I can't get my fingers in there. Try to use the needle nose to get it started. Alright. Going in there again. Right. This side is in. So it actually didn't solve the problem with the LED. There's an LED that's kind of like out here. It's going to interfere with the ball unless we tape it back or pull it back or crimp it back. If we crimp it, we run the risk of damaging it. I think, though, that we can tape it. Yeah, I think we can tape it. I think so. Not what I want to do, but I think we can do it. On the other side, I think it's going to work fine. I think it's the other side, the LED doesn't stick out as far, and this little C21 bumper piece is enough to contain it. Did I lose one of those little pieces? Did I slide it under this thing? Yeah. I don't see... Well, I'll just get another one. This little piece here. I had... Oh, what's going on? Oh, the camera's focusing up here. Okay. There's a little piece there, but I can't really get the camera on it right now. Anyway, I have to take another one out. That one's no good. That one's good. The other one is lost. There were 2 of them, and I don't know where the other one went. I was flipping over a lot of pieces. I was like struggling, and in the struggle, we lost one of those pieces. I think it was like maybe J9 was the name of that piece, or F23. I think it was F23. Yeah, F23. So we need to grab another F23. I'm pretty sure they gave us extras of that piece. Definitely the type of piece they would give you extras of. All right. Gotta tape this LED back. Wow. Can't get it. All right, I got it partially, and I think it looks good now. It really does. The tape will no longer, the LED tape will no longer interfere with the ball, the LED string. But I want to put a second piece of tape on there because I think it's gonna pop back out if it's not strengthened a little bit. So I'm hoping another piece of tape will strengthen it. Yeah, there it is. It just popped out. So that didn't last long. All right. All right. Again, it's down, and let's try to get the reinforcing one really quickly before it pops back out. What's slowing me down? Finding the end on this tape. I should have left it wrapped around the scissors. All right. They give us a ton of this tape. I feel like we should be using it more. All right. I left it out this time, so I probably won't need it anymore. Okay. Hopefully that's good. It looks good. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks good. Now we got to get the C21 in this side, and we're probably going to want to tape it as well, I think, but I'm not sure. Left the tape sticking to the wood this time. How did we get this in last time? With the needle nose? Then we shall do that again. Got it. Fuck. Had it, but I lost it. I'll tell you, that LED tape just really gets in the way of everything. It's cool. I mean, it lights up the table, but it definitely increased the difficulty. As you recall, this is a 6 difficulty, this puzzle, which, like, they had to add a star just to account for the difficulty. Usually it only goes up to 5 stars. This is a 6-star difficulty. They added a star just for the difficulty. And right now, I dropped the piece that I was working with, which means I probably need to pick this up and rattle it around to get the piece back. Yeah, it's probably in there somewhere, but I don't see it. Gotta be ready to catch it, or it'll fall in the other. Oh, there it is. Right there. Oh my goodness. How did I have this up? This microphone's in the way. Sorry about any weird microphone sounds. Alright, let's try this again. Do I use the needle nose again? Alright, I'm going to try the needle nose again. It almost worked. I thought we had it for a second. Yeah, that looks good. That's in. It's in. Both sides are in. Let's tape. You know what? I don't think this side needs tape. We're not doing the tape on this side. we're moving on to whatever is next. Frankly, I'm shocked we didn't break anything while we were doing that. With all these fragile ramps, I mean, like, whatever. Throw salt over your shoulder. I don't know what we're supposed to do. All I know is I don't want those things to break, and we need another F-23. All right. I'm going to use the needle nose to pull out the F-23. That way I can pinch the other three, and hopefully they don't come out. Wow, that's good. I got to remember that trick. You pinch, when they put like 4 together like this, like they put 4 F-23s together, I pinched one of them. No, I pinched 3 of them with my fingers, and then I grabbed the 4th one with the needle nose pliers, and that worked. We got it out. Does this camera now work? Yeah. All right, now we got 2 F-23s and 2. Oh, now we got 3 F-23s. So we found the missing one. All right, we got an extra. Whatever. I'll put it back in this bag. Wow. Unbelievable. All right. So what is the J? The circle is the J9, and the pin is the F-23. And then we also have these buttons. Do you think they all go together? Like this circle goes into this button, and then the F-23 pins it into this? No, probably not. Because there's no hole there for the F-23 to go in. That was just me wildly guessing at the answer. Let's see what the answer actually is. Oh, okay, it was pretty close. So the F-23 goes vertically in here, and then this stuff goes around it. It's a little weird dropping that in vertical. Do I put it in like first or last? How does that go? Is there a hole there that it goes through? I got to again get a close look at that. What's going on there? There is a hole. There is a hole in there. Alright, so we put the F-23 through the hole. I guess we got to do the same thing on the other side. This puzzle is like bringing me back to a year ago when I started this. Like the back of my head on the screen, taking my glasses off, I can't get the right camera angles. Like I had this perfected, but I had it perfected for like puzzles that fit in my workspace, and this huge, you know, model just changed that. Put me back to being a rookie again. Now, my question with this J9 and this P24 is, do I put the J9 on first, or do I put it inside of the button first? Like, which do I do first? Does it go inside the button, then I put the whole thing on here? Or do I put this on first, and then put the button on? I kind of think put this on first, and then put the button on, but when I put this on, it like pushes in. It's tricky to do. It popped the pin up. It popped the F-23, and now it's like, now I can't get it off. Alright, I'm just gonna toss it on there. Okay, the F-23 I think was maybe meant to stop this thing from going on too far. So now I gotta do it again. I gotta pull it off, which I don't know if that's gonna break anything. Alright. So we gotta do it again. It this F-23 like bent or whatever when I was putting the circle on, and we can't do that. I gotta somehow get it on without bending the F-23. Maybe put it over first and then put it on. Wow. I need some notes on this. Why are they showing it twice? I mean, I know you have to do it twice, but okay, they're just showing it twice. Alright. Okay. I'm just checking if this circle is a like square in there or if it's a rectangle. I think it's a square and there's no notches in it. So it doesn't matter, it shouldn't matter which direction you put it on. But I don't know how to do it without pushing that F23 out of its position. Maybe it's not supposed to touch that F23, and maybe it's just supposed to go on the end, like the very end. But if you do that, is it going to stay on? I don't know, maybe it will. Let's give it a shot. Alright, you know what? Let's put it in here first. That might be the answer. So you put it in there first. We put it inside of this circle first. You know, inside of the button. We put the circle inside of the button. So now we're like guaranteeing that it's only going to go a little bit onto the bumper, but that little bit should be hopefully all we need. Yeah, I think it was a good call putting this on first, but because we can't even get it in there, like just holding the whole thing. So imagine if we were trying to slip this on the outside, like, all right, just put it on a little bit. I mean, it's probably going to pop off, but for now it works. Alright, let's get the other one on. Who's honking their car at 1 a.m.? Did you guys hear that car honking a minute ago? Kind of late to be honking. Alright. Get the other one on. I'm just putting them on a little bit, not messing with the F23s. This thing is popping out. I changed my mind. I am going to put tape there. But bumpers are working. Flippers are working. Let's do the tape. I decided that LED strip needs to be taped to that C21. I just think it's going to be smoother that way. Alright. Just no, it probably wouldn't be a problem if we didn't do that, but I feel better that way. Alright, so I think we're up to now page 51. But I can't increment the counter because my YOLO box is crap. In fact, my YOLO box crapped out. Oh, J9 goes first, then F23, and the black button last. Okay, thank you, Waylon. I would put that comment on the screen, but my YOLO box is just to show you again. My YOLO box screen turned off. I think this happened once before and there was like a button underneath, but I don't remember. If I hit this button, is it gonna... okay, let me just say goodnight in case I hit this button and it turns off my YOLO box.